Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Tuesday Talks. Tuesday Talks is a Goodreads group that was created by Janie over at the Bookworms Buddy and Janelle from Miss J. Raj Reads. This week's topic is favorite female authors. Oh my goodness. This list could go on and on and on. I have five bookshelves, and primarily all of those books are by female authors. I have either met them and they were super sweet and I bought their books and I'm going to read them, or I have read their material and I just wanted a signed copy because I needed to fangirl over them. But I have now narrowed it down to 10 books, or 10 first books that I read from the author, and this is why I love them. So this is actually the second book, but this author is Jenny McCarthy, and this book is Baby Laughs. And I actually read Belly Laughs, which is the first book of this. This is her funny sort of take on the first year of mommyhood for her, and this book actually really saved me during my pregnancy and the first year, because the first year of my son's life, my husband was in Iraq, so I was going through it all by myself. But this book really had me laughing and seeing that other people, other moms out there go through similar things that I was going through. The next is the bundled book. First of all, look at this cover. This cover is absolutely amazing. But it is The Art of DNS Trilogy, Submission, Domination, Control by Ella Dominguez. And this was probably my second or third book into the BDSM sort of genre of books, and in my opinion, she did an amazing job at the story, at building those aspects of life into the story. It's dark, it's twisted, you feel for the male character, you feel for the female character, you just, I absolutely fell in love with them. And I now have a signed copy, which is amazing, and it has amazing artwork on it. I love the artwork. Love it. And the story sort of revolves around artwork because the female character is an artist, and her name is Isabel, and she's a shy artist. And then you have Dylan, who is the businessman that meets her, and their journey is. Next, I have the bundled books of Core Security by Harper Sloan, and love these guys. Love these guys. I mean, this is Axel, Cage, Beck, Cooper, and Locke. When I read this series, I just wanted more. And her Hopetown series, which I also have, but both of them are super huge. I mean, look at that. That's freaking amazing. It's like 6 books right here. But this story of these guys that were former military that now have a security company and work together is just amazing. I love Harper. She is a favorite female author that when she drops books, I will go buy them. My sneak attack, Black and White Flowers by Rachael Robinson. I arc read this book, Black and White Flowers, and she destroyed me. It is about Navy SEALs, and this story destroyed me. And I've now been able to read 1.5 more books of hers. I have one to read, and I just finished Hero Hair by her as well. Rachael is doing big things, man. Big things. Jumping on this list. She's like the heart, and She brings this realness because she has life experience with some of the aspects of the books that she puts our characters through. And they're just so amazing. So amazing. Absolutely just amazing. Then, for some reason, somehow or another, I found Rachael Blaufeld with Redemption Lane. And it's going to flash out because it's a white background, because it's snow, and it's such a pretty cover. But this book, Redemption Lane, started off my love for Rachael. It starts off with Bess, who is our female character, and she's this party girl. She goes into the gym one day and sort of has an episode. And then we have a time jump where we're now following Lane. Lane is our male character, and somehow or another the two of them have an intertwining sort of timeline, and it's so much fun to figure out how they intertwine, why they intertwine, do they stay connected, all sorts of things. But this book was my introduction to Rachael, and then I met her at a couple signings, and she's always so lovely. She gives so much love, and I appreciate that. On my list of faves. Next is going to be Leap by M.R. Joseph. M.R. Joseph is amazing. I was preparing for a signing, and she was going to be at the signing. So I was trying to read through all of the authors that were going to be there. She pitched me this book and was like, try it out, let me know what you think of it. And as I'm reading the book, I fell in love with her writing style, with this plot. The story is just so much. And I loved every single minute of it. And then her online presence, her social presence online, it's so real. Not to mention, she lives in Michigan. So I'm quite partial to people that live in Michigan. Yep, I sure am. Then we have Carrie Haywood. Once again, another author that I met, or that I found by preparing for a book signing. And this book right here, Better, so underrated, but it just spoke to me. For one, it's inspired by actual events, so you need to go into it as knowing that some things may have changed, but it's going to wreck your heart, especially if you have experienced any sort of similarities to our main character. Yes, Better. And now that I have read Better, now that I have met Carrie on multiple occasions, I just want to read more and more and more from her. There's so many books out there, but I will get to them because I love her writing style. I absolutely adore it. Then we have Deborah Anastasia. First introduction to Debra was through this book, Poughkeepsie. She made me think about life. I mean, just straight up think about how you treat another human being with this book. This book is about Liv and Blake, and he is a homeless guy that is at Liv's train station. She sees him every day, and then they start to interact. This is their story. This is going to humanize you. I've read 6 books by Debra, and every single one of them pulls at my heartstrings and just makes me want to be a better person, and some of them make me laugh. No, I have read more than 6. I've read 8 of her books. Maybe more. I'll have to relook that. But, just humanizing. they're just absolutely beautiful books. So beautiful. Then we have Corinne Michaels. This is her bundled The Belonging duet, and I was preparing for a book signing to meet her as well, introduced to her, and have read pretty much everything that she has written since then, with the exception of one book, because I'm holding out. I'm holding out on the series Ender. That is a standalone book, but I sort of refuse to read Defenseless because I don't want to let those guys go yet, which starts with this book, or with this series, with this duet. Military, actual knowledge of military terms and military beings, and just gripping. You will fall in love with these guys, just like I have if you take a chance with Corinne Michaels. And finally, but not last or least or any of those really kind of crazy things that are said, but is the Consequences series, Introduction with Consequences by Alethea Roman. Ever since then, ever since reading this book, I have wanted to take the dark and crazy ride with this author. Her characters are alive to me. They jump off the page. You feel for them. You root for them. You want to like smash them in the head when they do stupid things, or you want to love them because they're not getting the love that you think they should have. You want to yell at them to say, hey, this is what's actually going on, because you're reading the book, but they're going through, her characters are so real to me. They're just so real to me. And Claire and Tony were my introduction to her crazy, amazing, dark mind. And I love that I finally got to meet her after reading her for 2.5 years. Then I stalked her to find out when she was coming to our area, and I met her. She's such a lovely, lovely person. Her and her husband, Mr. Jeff, they're just amazing people. She has an amazing mind, and I will read anything that she decides to put out. Anything at all. So that was my list of favorite female authors. Did I list any female authors that you have heard of and are your favorites as well? Let me know which ones are your favorites in the comments. As always, if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a form in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel as well. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.